CEO Kaden here from Fiction Atlas Press, bringing you another Indie Connection. And today I'd like to tell you about some indie books that you might enjoy if you're a fan of Taurus Season by Brynne Weaver.
The first book I have for you is called X Marks the Stalker by K.N. Wilder. She hunts killers. He is one. Opposites attract has never been so literal. Crime journalist Oakley Novak has built her career exposing Boston's darkest secrets, but she never expected a serial killer to turn the tables and stalk her. Xander Rhodes spent weeks watching her through hidden cameras, captivated by her sharp mind and relentless drive, until she catches him red-handed and, instead of running, challenges him with a glare that could melt steel. Xander's either found his soulmate or lost his damn mind. Probably both. When Oakley recruits him for her revenge plan against the man who murdered her parents, their partnership shatters every rule of Xander's secret murder society. Now they're being hunted by both sides, the law and the shadows, while racing against time to take down the untouchable enemy who took everything from her. The second book I have for you is called The Couple That Slays Together by Lisa Packer. Vesper Lane audits risk for a living. Clipboards, checklists, zero chaos. Cal Bennett lives for the spotlight. Sleight of hand, misdirection, pure chaos. They should have never met, let alone reach for the same target on the same night. When a philanthropist's safety index starts turning real crimes into public accidents, Vesper and Cal do what they do best: quietly fix what's broken. Their rulebook is simple: no collateral damage, no panic, no witnesses, and definitely no falling in love. Then a detective with a perfect poker face closes in. A billionaire with a camera-ready smile declares war, and copycat accidents start landing at their feet. To clear their names and crash the citywide rollout, this unlikely pair will stage alibis, outwit cameras, and turn spectacle into evidence, one confetti cannon and safety cone at a time. Packed with banter, oops heists, near misses, and off-page takedowns, The Couple That Slays Together is a dark, funny romantic thriller about two morally gray do-gooders who make murder look like an accident and love look inevitable. The next book I have for you is called Sinner's Retreat by Lauren Beale. Love can be a mood killer. Pindra. When I'm invited to the coveted Sinner's Retreat, I want just one man on the attendee list: my brother's killer, the abattoir Adonis. On the flight over, my hot, nerdy seatmate gives layover a whole new meaning. But when he turns up at a boarding the next day, I'm left breathless. This means he's a killer too. And our one-night stand just turned into a multi-day affair. Ezra. Never meet your hero. You might realize you killed her brother. On the plane to the island, I discover that I and the woman I slept with last night share some macabre hobbies. I'm ecstatic until she explains why she's attending the retreat. To find me. Keeping Kendra at arm's length proves harder than I expected, especially when I catch feelings. But lying to her might be even worse than telling the truth. The next book I have for you is called Killer in the Sheets by Rose Chase. If only our secrets could stay buried like dead bodies. My stagnant life finally moves in the right direction after finding my match in Julian Smith. I write twisted fairy tales for a living, but never get the chance to live my own story until I matched with Julian through an app that paired people based on their internet history. The flashing red signs are right in my face, but I blissfully ignore them. I can finally be weird and free without judgment, something I never could do growing up. Then, when Julian feeds my passions, I can't ever leave. Thing is, not all fairy tales are perfect. Something I find out when the edge to Julian's eyes becomes sharper than a blade and pierces me. I know I need to run, but can I? More importantly, do I even want to run? And the last book I have for you is called Dolls and Daggers by D.L. Darby. Sometimes monsters are just broken people, hiding their scars from a world that has hurt them. Dove Caraway has two lives. By day, she's the bubbly, pink-clad media journalist who writes sensational stories about a vigilante serial killer. By night, she becomes the baby doll killer, an avenger with a flair for punishing the worst of humanity, men who prey on children. But her most formidable challenge isn't a criminal. It's her insufferably charming work rival. Renly Campbell is the perfect gentleman to everyone but Dove, the one person who grates on his nerves with her sunshine act. But Renly's secrets are darker than the articles they write, and when Dove unburies the truths he's hiding, she finds herself drawn to him in ways she never expected. When their battle of wits escalates into something that hits too close to home, Dove steps into his world as her deadly alter ego, intending to terrify him into backing off. As Riley pieces together who she really is, their rivalry turns into a fiery connection that neither can deny. Secrets this dark have a way of coming to light, and soon they will have to decide whether their love is strong enough to survive the shadows or shatter under the weight of their haunted past.
Okay, that's all for me this week. I'll see you next week on the Indie Connection. Bye.